Hello, hello. I want to wish everyone a happy Valentine's Day. I want to read from the Writer's Almanac what Garrison Keillor and his team have learned a little bit concerning Valentine's Day. Today is Valentine's Day, which is a big day for greeting card and candy sales, which goes back more than 1,500 years to the Feast of Saint Valentine's, established in the 5th century, though nobody's sure exactly of which of the many martyred Valentines it's the feast day of. The ancient Romans had a fertility festival celebrated in mid-February of every year. The festival was called Lupercalia, in honor of Lupa, the wolf, who is said to have suckled Romulus and Remus, who went on to found the city of Rome. Lupercalia was a pagan fertility festival celebrated with sacrifices of goats and dogs with milk and wool and blood. Wow, young men would cut strips from the skins of the goats, then strip naked and run through the city in groups, while young women would line up to be spanked with the switches. Women have been screwed from day one. They'd be spanked with switches, believing it would improve their fertility. Let's do some of that out here, huh? Let's go to North Hollywood. People pay good money for that shit. Lupercalia was still wildly popular long after the Roman Empire was officially Christian, and it's not difficult to see why the church would have wished to have a different sort of holiday take its place. Makes sense. Chaucer gets credit for establishing St. Valentine's Day as a romantic occasion when in the 14th century he wrote in The Parliament of Fools of a spring landscape on St. Valentine's Day, where the goddess Nature watched as every kind of bird came before her to choose and seduce their mate. In the 15th century, the Duke of Orleans wrote a Valentine's poem to his faraway wife while held captive in the Tower of London. Shakespeare mentioned the sending of Valentines in Ophelia's lament in Hamlet. And hundreds of years later, with the advent of cheaper postal services and mass-produced cards, the tradition of sending lace love notes on the holiday was enormously popular. In 2010, more than 1 billion cards were sent worldwide. Garrison's team picked 2 sonnets to read, Sonnet 116 and Sonnet 56. I've tried to read Shakespeare cold. First off, I'm not a great cold reader, and it's especially bad with Shakespeare. So I'm going to do a sonnet that I did when I was in college. I was in love. The woman never knew. She still doesn't know. She'll never know. There's no need for her to know. But I read this to her. I had a chance to read this to her in my acting class, and she cried. I mean, who knows what happened? Maybe her cat died or something. But, she cried when I looked her right in the eye and I read it to her, and she just wept. She was so touched, and she hugged me for a good minute. It was one of the great experiences of my life at the University of Michigan. I absolutely wooed her. I wooed her using the words of Shakespeare. Is that not special? I wooed her, and she melted before me, and that is a cherished memory that I will take and lay down like a feather upon my transitional bed, because that was a beautiful moment in my life. Sonnet number 76, and happy Valentine's Day. Why is my verse so barren of new pride? So far from variation or quick change? Why with time do I not glance aside to newfound methods and to compounds strange? Why write I still all one, ever the same, and keep invention in noted weed, that every word doth almost tell my name, showing their birth and where they did proceed? No, sweet love, I always write of you. And you and love are still my argument. So all my best is dressing old words new, spending again what is already spent. For as the sun is daily new and old, so is my love still telling what is told. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Have a wonderful day. I love you. Be well. Do good work.